Welcome to Stationeers, everybody. We will be taking care today of the power situation. Yeah, we're gonna build multiple solar panels, and we're also gonna make sure that we do have some lights, because it's kind of important in being able to do so. Alright, let's get right into it. Okay, so we resume right where we left off. We have just made the electronics printer, and that of course means we are gonna be printing up the solar panels. So let me just quickly get my bearings. Let's turn on the electronics printer. And I want to be printing the solar panel. So let's go skit solar panel. Yep, there we go, solar panel basic. And yeah, for the main ones we need steel, and we don't have. Oh, and we need copper. Oh, shoot. That means I'm gonna need to go out and get myself some copper smelted. Let's turn it off and let's just quickly go outside. As I mentioned, we are facing a little bit of a power crisis. As you can tell, we have here 27% battery, and all of our batteries are slowly draining. That's mainly because, well, none of our batteries are being recharged at the moment. So I'm just trying to see if I can find a small battery pack. I would like to have one more battery. It would be mighty useful. I mean, there is portable air conditioner, kit locker. Oh, tracking beacon. Yeah, we can take that one. Okay, so I'm gonna take the tracking beacon. I'm just gonna dump it here, and I'm gonna take its battery because I don't need it right at the moment. Flare gun, road flare, mining charges. I don't need any of that. So yeah, we're gonna take the battery and let's go with it. Right, okay, let's cycle the airlock. It's important to have a spare battery just in case. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Alrighty then. So now it's time to smelt ourselves some copper, because, well, without copper we don't have solar panels, and I need to have these solar panels in place when the morning comes, just to make sure that we can actually harvest all of the energy that we, well, you know, solar energy. We're kind of in the trouble almost. Right, yeah, and also our suit is low on power, so as you can tell, batteries are draining fast. Yes, it's a little bit tricky in Stationeers, and people who haven't played it before are probably not aware of this problem. First, you might die of asphyxiation, then you might die of, you know, thirst, and then third, you might die of lack of battery, which would cause your suit to shut down and everything goes bananas. So now we're taking the third crisis and making sure that we solve it. Trust me, if you think this is brutal, you should see the brutal start. I actually did a video about it quite a while ago, but yeah, as you can see, we have only one solar panel that's powering the entire base, but we do have enough real estate where we could actually plop down multiple solar panels, and that's exactly what I plan to do. In the ideal case, I would like to have at least 3 or 4 batteries powering just these two, because that will give me enough power generation. The problem is not that the power is not being generated, it's just that it's too little of it being generated. So we want multiple solar panels charging these 2 batteries, because if they get charged, then we have a little bit of redundancy going on and things might be simpler. Of course, if push comes to shove, there's always the backup solution, being taking the coal, shoving a lump of coal up the generator's ass, and just, you know, turning it on and having everybody dancing kumbaya. Yeah, that's always an option. However, I'm trying not to use it because, well, coal it's plentiful, it's easy to find, but I would much rather save coal for making steel sooner rather than later. Okay, right, so we've got copper, and I figured I might as well smelt some more carbon. Yeah, oh, sorry, not carbon. Iron, yes, that's the word. And then also we might want to be smelting a little bit of gold. And through the magic of video editing, we have picked up the 50 grams of iron, and now we're gonna be shoving this lovely lump of 10 pieces of gold ore. I'm gonna just change the battery because I do need the big battery to be in my suit. Hopefully this battery cell is not gonna die on me, although it's kind of small. The small batteries I don't know, guys, but in my opinion, they're pretty much useless. I don't use them. They're not really fun to me, so I don't know. Large ones, well, yeah, those work, but they're not ideal. Okay, let's replace you, Sunshine. We're gonna be placing that one inside. Yeah. All right. I think I'll want to plop down this coal piece. Just, you know, so that the batteries get recharged and we don't have to worry until we get the power generation. Yeah, let's take this lump of coal, shove it in, and turn it on, son. Yep, there we go. So now the batteries should be charging, all of them. And ideally, yeah, you can see it, 42, 43%, despite of it being used, it's getting charged. This one is not being charged because we haven't turned on the battery charger. Now that we did, now it might get better. Okay, I'm just waiting for this gold to smelt and then we're gonna be printing as many as possible. Okay, let's swap in the battery. There we go, gold is done, beautiful. Alright, so now it's time that we can actually go and we can go in and create the solar panels. Yes, basic. Alright. Cool, so the two batteries are being charged. As you can tell, a little bit of, and this battery is also getting charged a little bit, 71%. Nice. And the one is at 79%. So that one is also getting charged. Beautiful. I'm gonna swap that one towards the small one in my battery because I prefer to have large battery powering my survival. Yeah, another tip which you guys actually forgot to mention, or actually I got it in the comments, is to turn off your machines at the beginning, because those, it's a really a cool power saving measure. Now, alright, I think the batteries are charged, so yeah, 95%. I think I can actually close this one down so we don't consume all that battery. Yeah, this one is full, the dawn is breaking, which is beautiful. We might need to hustle up. Okay. There we go. And we're gonna be turning off the battery charging for now, because if you have one small battery and another small battery, is just refilling one battery from the other, so there's really no point of doing so. Right, okay, so let's chuck in the materials inside. There we go. And then we're gonna be printing the battery kits. Oh, my hydration is low. Okay, let's dump it here, and let's take the water bottle. Yes. Cool. There we go. And I might as well open the helmet and then eat and drink water. Yeah. As I mentioned, it's kind of important that you do that. Let's unlock, open. Yes, and the good thing is that we have the atmosphere here. I mean, it's not ideal. It's 37 kilopascal and it's 40 degrees, so it's hot as hell. But at least, I mean, it works. We might actually get a little bit of oxygen and we might just chunk it in. Okay, let's put in the empty bottle inside. We're gonna consume enough water and then we're gonna be consuming the cereal bar. Good. Okay, that's settled. Now, I am consuming still a lot of battery because of using the light, and the sunshine has come, so electronics printer, no, I don't want to build the advanced airlock. I want to be building the solar panel, and that's the basic kit, yes, this one. How many can I build? I can build actually 3 of them. Nice. So I actually might as well, you know, chunk all 3. And that will actually help me a lot in terms of the power generation. Yeah. So once I've successfully created 3, I'm gonna be placing them all around. I might not even wait for all 3. I might just wait until we get to the 2 pieces, because the sun is already up and I don't want to waste the time it takes to get these things ready. Okay, 1 kit solar panel basic. I'm gonna wait for the second one, and then I'm going out, then I'm gonna, while I'm montaging that, the machine is going to be producing the 3rd one, I think. 45%? Yeah, okay. Chug it along, son. Come on. So the idea is, once we actually solve this, then our power situation should be okay. Then we should sort battery chargers and all that jazz. And then we should probably be getting onto the water and everything. So, yeah. Alright. Okay, let's go. Advanced airlock, let's go. Or actually, it's a basic airlock. We have to close the helmet and lock it. Otherwise, we might as well go, you know, like, out of power. Yep, there we go. Okay, Now, quickly, we have the capability to put here 2 solar panels. So I'm gonna be popping one, which should be facing that way. So if I take on the angled one, I'm gonna just rotate it. Come on, rotate. There we go. That might actually be quite good place. Can we plop it down? Yeah, okay. And then I'm gonna take another solar panel and I'm just gonna rotate it this way. Right. Okay, then we need the glass sheets to finish it up. I mean, it will triple our solar energy production, so actually I think it's gonna help us quite a lot further down the line. So let's go and make sure that we connect this one. Yeah, there we go. And let's connect the other one. I might need to use the jetpack a little. Hold on. Lights, camera, action. Rotate, pressing C, and then a straight one, and there we go. Okay, that's triple the energy. Beautiful. Right, so that means I can finally close this one and put the tool away. Then we have one more, which I'm definitely gonna play, so make no mistake about that. While I'm here, I might as well go with the mining tool. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But first, let's place the third one. Okie doke. Yeah, it's a little bit dark in here. Let's depressurize, and there we go. Turn off the machine, of course, and grab the kit solar panel. So we're gonna go once again out. There we go. And then we're gonna be placing the third panel. Then we have essentially quadrupled our electricity production, which I think should be good enough to sustain us for quite a while. The thing with me is I don't like temporary solutions. I like to place, you know, a permanent solution and then not worry about it. So where we go? I mean, this will actually serve us for quite a while. So yeah, it's temporary. What can I tell you? Right, so we're gonna be chunking this down, and let me just grab again the toolbox. Yeah, I forgot. Trust me, I'm no perfect. I know. And then let's place the splicers, and then we go. Come on. Not like that, not like that. Yeah, this works. Perfect. Right, so our power generation should no longer be an issue, honestly. Now, what I want to do go a little bit mining because I need more copper. I need copper and I need iron and I might need gold, you know, all the usual suspects. So, let's see. Oxide, obviously, I mentioned that I need every one of those and then I take the third one. Sure, nice work, Grumpworks. We have nickel here, that's gonna be useful mighty later on. But I need, for the timing, I could actually grab in some coal just in case we get to another power crisis, which I hope that should no longer come the case, but you never know. When you are producing a lot, those machines are actually quite power hungry. So from that perspective, you never know. It might be just the case. Now, there we go. Let's see, what else do we have? We have here the oxide, the silicon. What do we have? This is nickel. And this is iron. Okay. Iron, I would like to take another stack. I think one more stack should be enough. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna have plenty of iron. So yeah. Okay, let's see. One more stack. Just make sure that we have... Yeah, just grab what we can and then we're out of here. Alright. Oh, there's gold. Well, I'm not gonna say no to that because gold is kind of rare and valuable. So I think it's good that we get a little bit more of those, and we're gonna need it for early electronics. So now my plan is actually to make sure that while we're producing this solar thingy, we're gonna take care of the oxygen generation, we're gonna take care of the water generation, and once we're done, we're gonna revisit the solar panels, and then we're gonna probably go introduce proper solar tracking just to make sure that we have enough power throughout the day. As I said, it's not a primary concern. Right now we have solved the problem with the power temporarily, and that's gonna be good enough. But now I want to really get enough copper so that I can produce everything else I need. I'm actually quite liking the terrain update, and I think it's kind of fun. I think it's really cool to have these kind of things and to be building from scratch. There's really something special in terms of, you know, starting from scratch and just building the base that we want on Mars. And recently there's been like a whole slew of these Martian base builders, so I might actually be checking out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, For example, you're also gonna see Mars Horizon preview, the Search for Life, and there are gonna be a couple more. Right, we have everything that we need. I might as well actually take a couple of volatiles just in case I decide to go with furnace. Let me just grab a little bit more oxides, because oxides I'm gonna need for both the combustion and the energy, and I think I saw some volatiles right about here, so I guess that's kind of methane and stuff. So I'm gonna be putting the ore. Wait, I can actually do this. Yeah, let's take the iron ore. We're gonna take 1 lump of iron ore in our jetpack basic inventory, and then we're gonna be mining a little bit of the methane, I guess. Now, there we go. Volatiles. Can I get a bunch more? Because we're gonna be needing it for the furnace. But before we build the furnace, I really need to build also the... I need to build the pipe bender, because the furnace does require a proper outlet. Alright, and apparently the darkness is coming, so I might as well be careful to go back to the base. We have managed to gather some materials, and that's cool. So, yeah. Alright. The batteries definitely look healthier. That's cool. So from that perspective, we actually just might... Okay, let's go in with the smelting. We're gonna be smelting a lot of copper. There we go. Yeah, arc furnace is on its own loop because it is power hungry. I think it's using the most power that we have. Then when it comes to everything else, it's gonna be just fine. And through the magic of video editing, I cut out the part where I'm standing in front of the first furnace waiting for it to finish. Then I remembered, holy moly, the storm will come, and I think there is another crate that we haven't taken care of, and that's the hydroponics crate. Shoot. Oh, and that thing in the sky, can it be actually Deimos? Huh. I never thought about it. Alright. Phobos or Deimos, one of them anyway. Now let's take this crate, and while we are here, we want to actually fasten it to the base, because, yeah, it's hydroponics supplies. If we don't fasten to the base, the storm, if it comes, it's gonna blow it away, so we have to be really careful in terms of that. Right, okay, let's place the base stand. There we go, and let's drag the box onto the stand, making it hopefully immune. There we go, wrench, fasten it down, and it's connected, beautiful. So that means now we should no longer have problems if the wind starts blowing or the Martian storm comes. The crates will be safely secured and tucked in on the correct place. Nice. Arc furnace, smelting iron ore, and everything else. That's fine.
Air tank low.
Our suit is having a problems with the oxygen. Right, okay, so that means our oxygen supply is kind of low. Let me just quickly smelt a bunch of things. I mean, we still have some space, so I'm thinking if I smelt a little bit of extra stuff that I have in my inventory. Yeah, we have 636 kilopascals of things. Let's close this lid. There we go. And I think the arc furnace is gonna be done quite soon, and it's gonna be out of power anyway, so who cares? Yeah. Silicone 7 grams, that should be enough. And that would hopefully give us enough room to create actually the lights, because right now I'm using the suit's lights, which is consuming quite a lot of my battery power, and I would like to have portable battery, you know, portable light. I think it would be much more optimal, so to say. Okay, so there we go, silicone, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need a little bit of silicone for that. Right, okay, that's done. Let's go inside, cycle to interior, and we're gonna be canceling the pressurization because really there's no point. Right, so at the moment the pressure is 38 kilopascals and it's 40 degrees. To make it a little bit cooler, I decided to open my helmet. Yeah, there we go. And then we can actually... Where is my... Yeah, there's the power. There's the resupply for my air tank. Yes.
Airtight critical.
Alright, chuck it in, take it out, put it back in the suit, and there we go. Then the next problem is going to become the waste tank being filled, and we have to take care of that as well. But for the time being, let's go with the lights. We need iron, copper, and silicone, as mentioned. And I think I actually have all of these components in the electronic printer, so some machines can actually print both. So let's go lights. Oh, and we have here the lights and the portable light. Portable light is a very handy, guys, and I'm going to show you why. Because we're going to get rid of this ugly little torchlight that we have on our suit, and we're going to be using something way more advanced. So the moment that this is actually filled, it's going to be daylight. Yay! Portable light, there we go. Alright, and then please create the regular light, make 2 of them, will ya? Okay, chuck it, son. There we go. It requires a little bit of copper, but that's fine. Okay, let's place this thing. And second, oh, this one is printing quite fast. Alrighty then, cool. 2 lights, and I'm thinking I'm going to plop them just... Portable light is on. Yeah, electronics printer, let's just put the materials in. There we go, and then we have the 2 lights. I might actually chuck 1 light here. Right on the inside of the base, and I might actually connect it, because then we're gonna have some lights, and definitely it's gonna be much cozier going further out. Yeah, our waste tank is getting filled soon. We don't have to worry about it right now, but yeah, also we're gonna need to be printing cable coils. I mean, for those things you need metric crap ton of them. So yeah, okay, come on, there we go. Chuck it. Nice. Let's turn it on. Look at that. We can turn off our lights, and look, we have some lighting. Ain't it beautiful? Ain't it all glorious? Yeah, I certainly think so. Right. So, it's hardly ideal, because here we're gonna need some more light, but let me just put in the portable light. Come on. There we go. Let's open it up. And then if you put in the battery, which I have currently here, you're gonna get a lot of portable lighting for some battery power, and that's kind of cool. So let's see, battery, we're gonna swap it for this one, and there we go. Look at that light. Hello, lights. So we can put it in our backpack, and now look, wherever we go, we have light. That's a really cool beginner's trick to actually make sure you never run out of light. Yeah, I told you this is gonna be great. Now, speaking about that, we can actually go out and take care of our waste tank situation. So we're gonna be cycling to exterior. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. So now the next order of business should be, we want to be producing the hydraulic pipe bender. And to do that, I want to make, first let's take care of the waste tank. We have to get quite quickly, otherwise waste is going to be accumulating in our suit and killing us. So yeah, we cannot go without waste for too long. There we go. Alright. So as you saw, the battery production is sufficient. We're good on that. We have securely fastened the crates. That's also good. So right now, I would say the next priority should be getting the hydraulic pipe bender. And I'm also, eventually, I'm going to be taking out those crates outside, because I don't want these crates to be outside. And the machines are also going to be outside later on. But for the time being, I think I'm going to go with the machines as is. Now we have to figure out, we can open up the helmet and look at that, 38 kilopascals. And I figured if I just put in a little bit more oxides, I could actually increase the external pressure and lower the external temperature. So I'm just going to take a little bit of oxides in my hand while they evaporate. So look, external pressure is coming to 52 kilopascals, which should be just nice. And the temperature is dropping to a nice cozy 25 degrees. I mean, air conditioning, anybody? Ha! You wouldn't think, right? Cool. Okay. So we stored that back, and now let's see, what do we have? We want to be checking for the pipe bender. pipe. No, it's not. Recipe is not in this machine. Okay, I guess then the recipe should be in the auto lathe, right? Let's see. Pipe. Yeah, hydraulic pipe bender. Okay. Gold, iron, copper. I think I have all of these components in the main thing. So we're just going to be taking those out. There we go. Close the machine. Yes. Let's just take them in, and we're going to be putting them in auto lathe, and then we're going to be printing the hydraulic pipe bender. Yes. There we go. How's our battery? Battery should be sufficient, I think. Should I take a bigger battery maybe? Let's see, what do we have? How is my battery here going? This one is a little bit short. This one seems better, 51%. Yeah, I'm gonna be swapping the batteries because I don't want the battery. The worst thing that could happen is that the battery dies in the middle while you're actually still doing stuff. Yeah, there we go. I'd rather my light go out. Okay. And look at that. Morning has broken like the first morning. Yes. Oh, you guys are still here. You didn't leave due to my atrocious singing. Right. Okay, cool. Now, yeah. The moment we get this thing done, we're gonna be closing this because the light is coming. I do want to save a little bit of the battery charge. Yeah, battery is gonna get, I'm gonna put it somewhere in the charger. There we go, beautiful. Battery charge is at 46%. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna be using this light. Yeah, because we can, obviously, and it's using the internal light combustion, so yeah. Right, okie doke. Just make sure, should I be putting this to charge? No, I'm gonna spending my battery way too quickly. I'm just trying to make a nice screeny, because I don't know if this was going to be screeny for the episode or we might need to take the next one. Alright, so the hydraulic pipe bender is taking quite a lot of time to load, or actually produce. So while we're doing that, I might as well, you know, do some cleaning of the stuff, and let's see. Can we get... I'm trying to find if I can find any other battery, if it makes sense. Let me just put this package right about here, and I'm also gonna be turning this crate. I might actually place it as a sort of, you know, like a cupboard, but I think there is a kit locker, and that's something that I do want to have here, the big one, so that we can actually place quite a lot of components in. So probably my next task for the next episode is gonna be making a kit locker, making sure that I have my storage in order, and also probably gonna going around the water situation so that we do have running water where we can actually, you know, refill my water bottles. After all, the water bottles are not gonna be there forever. So that's something that we really need to pay special attention to. Right, let's see, 80%, alright, soon enough. The fortunate stuff is that we'll no longer have to care about electricity to that degree. We don't really need to be paranoid. But, yeah, I mean, in Stationeers, it's kind of a lot of things that want to kill you. One of them being your own stupidity of not paying attention. And that thing has killed me more times than I can actually count. So, alright, soon enough. Screwdriver auto lathe required to upgrade the device. Yeah, I mean, we can actually upgrade later auto lathe and pipe bender to create more advanced stuff, and we're gonna do that at some point later on. But I think this little room is gonna become our pressurized environment, so the auto lathe machines and stuff are gonna go away from there, to be honest. Right, okay, so yeah, sunshine is outside. We've picked up the pipe bender, so let's just go quickly outside, replace this, and maybe, who knows, maybe even take the screenshot for the episode, because I actually am quite liking what I'm seeing here. I mean, we really want to be showing off these wonderful panels. Oh shoot, I should close the helmet. Whew. Speaking of dying out of stupidity, yeah? See guys, it's not that simple. Alright, you should be really careful what you're doing. Right. Okay, there we go. Look at all of these solar panels producing the power for us. Well, that's it. Let me know, guys, if you liked today's episode. What are your struggles which you are facing when starting out in Stationeers? I would really love to hear them in the comments below. And I'm gonna be seeing you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.